So they're creating this flywheel effect, getting rid of middlemen, increasing transparency, and saving millions and millions of dollars. That is the future of Web3. What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Let's kick it off. All right, happy Monday, guys. I hope everybody's having a great start to the week. And so far in 2023, during this bear market, in air quotes, we have Singularity Net. This is AGIX. This has done a 1200% increase over a 13x return since the previous low that was really just in November. And then checking out the market capitalization for Singularity, looking at all to see the full picture, we can see it's approaching its all-time high market cap price as well. So it's super interesting to see a variety of assets approaching this March-April high in 2022, and some are even approaching their previous all-time high price. So notice, right when the weekly RSI or a macro time frame, a higher time frame such as a monthly, a weekly, maybe even a 3-day, when that momentum gets up to 70 and pierces, this is when it's do or die, and also when assets can fly. As you can see, the buy volume, these green candles came in, and the buyers have insane control, leading to this 1200% move in just a couple months. So when I'm looking at other altcoins, HBAR, XRP, Casper, Algo, a variety, I want to see a lot of room to run per their weekly RSI. If it's relatively bottomed out or close to oversold, even better, because it has more room to run up to the upside and potentially pierce, and not do maybe a 1200% move, but a 2, 3, or even 5x for this year is entirely possible. So we have Singularity Net breaking past its March-April high, and you can see that first wick was a tease and a fake out. We have a beautiful cup and handle, double bottom, and then taking off. And QNT surpassed its March-April high back in October of 2022, and currently back around that zone again. We have Fetch AI currently up over 800%, so that's a 9x return, and you can see approaching its March-April high. We also have some alts like Matic close but no cigar, hitting the 382 Fibonacci retracement, but the 50% is where the March-April high is. And to see where Fetch AI is, for example, we can see actually en route to the 382 right there, which is actually equal to the March-April high. We also know that QNT from its all-time high to the most recent low that was set back in June of 2022, where'd it go? Handle bodies, multiple on the 382 right there. So you best believe when I'm looking at altcoins like HBAR for this year, if Bitcoin does in fact retrace to 30, 40K plus, where do we see some interesting levels and confluences? For now, the 236 for sure, but I'm very interested in that 500-day MA right there as well, crossing through the 236. Now, could HBAR also reach the 382 this year? Absolutely possible. That's about a 3.6x return from here, but I'm trying to consider the increase in circulating supply as well as a factor, comparing it to the previous market cap. And then again, we've seen exceptions for this. There have been some altcoins that had an increase in their circulating supply, and I thought that would actually prevent them from getting back up to their March-April high. And of course, there's a few examples of them actually breaking past and approaching their previous all-time high. You know, Algo around 70 cents, the 382 is $1.06. Whereas HBAR's is around 15 to 16 cents and then up to 24 cents. And we have an open gap at 42 cents right at the 702. For XRP, the 382 Fibonacci retracement is up to 92 cents. We have an open gap around 85 cents along with north of $1. So we have Fetch, Matic, and QNT reaching the 382 Fibonacci retracement. What would that be for Casper? You can see this wick right there, around 10 to 11 cents at the 382 Fibonacci retracement. We also have an open gap at 12 cents for Casper. And what I like about these fibs is you can see this wick right there, right? As I draw all the way back using that same swing high, you can see almost a perfect retest on that zone. You have Render absolutely blasting off, surpassing the 500 daily moving average, and drawing a fib here because I know the supply actually did in fact increase. Where are we? Almost to the 236. And you can see that's a very, very key level all the way across. I mean, arguably even back here when it launched. And also looking at API 3 right here, I'm just continuing to stake and I hold this long term. You can see basically a double bottom at this level on the swing low. We have the 500 daily MA around the 236, around $3. Remember that Fetch, Matic, and QNT reached the 382 Fibonacci retracement, which would be just north of $4 for API 3. And its April-May high, I mean, wicking on a few exchanges, KuCoin, OKX, is as high as $6, but really just a big range between $4.60 to $6. And to get back up there, that's a 200% increase or a 3x from today's prices. But okay, let's dive into some news. We have Visa. We've been testing how to accept large settlement payments in USDC, the US dollar coin stablecoin, on Ethereum. Cough cough, adoption. Also have Crypto Eddie sharing right here. So this is Jack in a few days back. So Jack often talks about the Lightning Network as a scaling solution for Bitcoin. And I'm not bashing Bitcoin to any BTC maxis out there. I'm grateful for the asset class it's created. It's a store of value. It is the most liquid asset that enables trading and liquidity for this market. And I'm all for Bitcoin being a store of value. I'm just not for Bitcoin actually solving the cross-border payments issue at scale. Proof of work does not work. The Lightning Network is a scaling solution that has tons of faults. And what were the stats? That even if the Lightning Network were at full capacity, it would only be able to service, like one major city or maybe a very small country. Whereas the XRP ledger, HBAR, any asset that is highly scalable could basically service a variety of countries, if not all of them. So Crypto Eddie sharing, Jack explains how he can send cross-border payments to the Philippines on the Lightning Network. Whereas the XRP ledger, and here's proof right here because I know it sounds crazy, the XRP ledger can send 500 million XRP. We actually have the transaction right here in the timestamp, which just occurred this year. 500 million XRP was sent for a fee of 500 drops, the fraction of XRP, 0.0005 XRP. So if you took this XRP ledger fee of 0.0005 times the current price of XRP, approximately 40 cents, you would actually get this. This is the dollar amount it would cost to send 500 million XRP. 500 million XRP times the current price of XRP at 40 cents is approximately 200 million US dollars. So I'm all for Bitcoin long term, don't get me wrong, but I will continue to believe that XRP was built to service the payments use case at scale. Now, before we talk about some big Casper things, we have Wrecked Vojak right here, a first interview with Peter of Casper, and he actually goes over some exciting new things that are coming out, and this just came out today. So discussing the Casper wallet, the beta will be coming out shortly. If you want to be ready for the beta, you can go to casperwallet.io and just sign up for early access. This is going to be the new Casper wallet where you can view NFTs, you can stake or delegate your tokens, and you don't need to download some annoying, crazy PM file with the current Casper signer or the Google extension. In my mind, this is going to be similar to Hashpack for HBAR, where you can basically just create limitless accounts with a single recovery phrase for your Casper wallet. Easy peasy. They also discuss the grants program. I believe it's the one that is funding $25 million to a variety of projects that are building on Casper. So it looks like there's going to be a variety of projects launching on Casper's network this summer. Also discusses the 1.5 update and then Casper 2.0 for Q3. It also discusses a large wallet, and I believe it was like 180 million Casper bought. So there is a single Casper address, and we don't know who it is or what it is. And it accumulated approximately 180 million tokens. So what do you think this is? Is this Binance or a large exchange ready to list Casper, which is due at any day this year? Is it a user needing liquidity? Because in this interview, he seems to hint that it could be for liquidity, which for me could mean an exchange. But keep in mind, I have a bias because I've been waiting for Casper to be listed on Kraken, Coinbase, Binance US since 2021. Also talk about zero-knowledge proofs and being a pioneer in the space, and then NFT marketplaces that are not just for JPEGs, but for certificates, intellectual property, and have true utility and are dynamic NFTs that are able to evolve and change. So they're discussing a variety of zero-knowledge proof implementations, deploying 25 million patent NFTs on Casper's blockchain to make all patents and intellectual property fully traceable, tradable, so you can transact it, you can manage it, and then also assign value to their intellectual property for patents to be traded. So these crypto networks are going to be creating new marketplaces within themselves. So when you own a stock in a company or a share in Apple, yes, it's powerful. Or for another company, you can get dividends based off the sales that they're making, or the value of your share goes up as the company continues to grow. But for crypto, there is so much more upside. Yes, there's also risk. But for those protocols that actually survive and thrive, we are not owning a share in a company. We are not owning a security. This is an entirely new asset class, some of which could be viewed as commodities or utility tokens. There is value in the protocol. And if you own a fraction of the protocol that is used by dozens of hundreds of institutions and even a variety of different apps, the idea is that it drives demand to said token. And we're still in very early days. So I thought this was interesting, shared by Ricky Trooper. So Casper's planning to announce a partnership with Google soon, probably nothing. And I saw this and I was like, because we know another Fortune 100 company is going to be announced as a new Casper partner in the coming weeks. And as we scroll down, Ricky actually posts the link right here, and this is on Masari. And I'll just type it in myself just to show you Masari Casper the Friendly L1 or Layer 1. We can click the first link, and we're going to do a control find for that word Google that we saw. So control F, Google. And here we are, right at the bottom before the conclusion. So this is very weird for Messari to say this. And keep in mind that this article was posted in December, and it says right here, in early January, Casper Labs plans to announce a partnership with Google. Why would Messari actually put that information in there? Now take it with a grain of salt, but at the end of the day, Google has invested well over $1 billion into blockchain, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit for Google to be a Casper partner. We can see right here, Google just investing tons and tons of money over the past couple years into the blockchain ecosystem, so we can see surpassed $1.5 billion since September of 2021, and this came out in August of 22. And Google has a variety of blockchain investments or even partnerships such as Google sitting on Hedera's governing council. So just remember, the future is likely going to be multi-chain, and Google is not just going to be working with one single network. We also have the X frontier right here in quotes from Siemens, which is another behemoth. Casper is well prepared for being a solution provider to large enterprises. Green blockchain, flexible deployment options, SOC 2 Type 1 and SOC 2 Type 2 compliance, permissioned accounts and management, an enterprise-grade CEP 78 NFT standard for upgradability. So that was at the Blockchain Hub right in Davos, Switzerland. And one last thing is just to emphasize this fireside chat that the Casper CTO Meta and then of course CZ of Binance had in quotes from CZ, and I also marked the timestamp with the link below. Enterprise use cases are very important. Enterprise adoption is typically slower than retail, but when they adopt something, they never stop. The stickiness is much stronger. Once they begin leveraging certain applications, especially if you're a large Fortune 100 or Fortune 500 company and you're using Casper, you might as well have a validator on the network. As you're securing these transactions, you are earning Casper each year. With those Casper earnings, you can then use that Casper to pay for the fees for all of the use of the network. So it might be able to pay for itself entirely over the long term. So they're creating this flywheel effect, getting rid of middlemen, increasing transparency, and saving millions and millions of dollars. That is the future of Web3. So a lot of retail, all the people on TikTok, they can be all about retail use cases or maybe small gaming use cases. That is fine. But I'm not here for a $1 billion industry. I am here for a multi-trillion-dollar industry, if not more, for enterprise utility. Next up, by Matthew Liny, we can take a look at this chart right here and we can see Ripple alongside Square, Alipay, PayPal, Apple Pay, WorldPay, Visa. Which non-traditional entrants to the retail banking industry will be your company's biggest competitors by 2025. And the source is the Economist Intelligence Unit. And in the next video, we're going to primarily dive into XRP information. And last but not least, we have iTrustCapital linked in the top of the YouTube video description. If you use that link to create and fund your account, you'll also get a $100 funding reward. 0 annual fees, 0 monthly fees, 0 custody fees. It's only a matter of time before we have new asset listings such as HBAR, QNT, and more. Leveraging a Roth IRA for tax-free trading and tax-free investing. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate hitting the like button and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, my link tree is linked right in the top of this YouTube video description with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.